Okay, now let us say that in this particular problem what we did was one of the base edges is resting on HP. Now let us say instead of one of the base edges resting on the HP, if I say that one of the corners is resting on HP, then what you should do? So I need to draw this figure accordingly. So now accordingly means what will happen? Instead of orienting in this way, I will orient in the other way. So that I want to simply show it to you, so that you can just see the difference between that solution for this particular new top view as well as for that particular solution. Is it okay? I will just demonstrate that also. Now as you can see, now I wanted this particular corner to be resting on the ground, and again remember, whenever I want to, even in the initial condition also, if I want to say that corner is resting on the HP means that corner containing the two sides, you can see they are equally inclined to VP. Is it okay? That will say that it is a specific problem, especially pentagon, because for the pentagon case, if I orient in this particular direction, because anyway here one of the base edges is perpendicular to VP. That's what I said now, initial position. Now in the case of a corner problem, when the corner is resting on HP, then the corner containing the two sides should make equal inclination. That is the reason if I reorient in the other direction, then I can get the solution for the problem wherein the corner is resting on HP. Okay, so let us write this figure the other way. So I can just see, I am just writing this figure in the other direction, that's all. Okay, and also let me mark the points here. Now since I am rotating in this direction, your A1 will come on the top, so that this will be A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash and E1 dash. Then this will be A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. Is it clear? Can you just make out from this figure and that figure? In this figure, it is resting on a base edge. In this figure, resting on a corner. But a simple way is, if I say resting on a corner means I should get only one point. I should get only one naming. If I get two naming means it has to be corresponding to a base, because anyway base edge seen as a line, I mean seen as a point. Seen as a point means what? This particular base edge is parallel to HP or resting on HP. Okay, now for this particular figure, I need to get the new top. So what is the procedure? As I said, I need to draw the projectors from this new front view and draw the projectors from the previous top view, because anyway I would have written that figure there. Is it okay? So if I draw the projectors, is it okay? Now I want to get these projectors. Is it okay? I just got the projectors from this figure. Again, see this. I want to mark from A. So this is A. So where is A here? This is my point A. Then B. Point B. Then C. So where do you get C now? At the center. You will get this as C. Of course, they are all A1, P1, C1. Then D1. Your extreme line. D1. Then this will be E1. Is it okay? Similarly, get for the top base. So top base, this is A, B, C, D, E. I just mark the points now. Now I need to complete this. So how do you complete this particular figure? Same procedure. What is the procedure I said? To complete this figure, this is my reference figure. So this is XY line, object, observer. Now for the observer, which base is nearer to him? This top base. So complete that base. So I will complete it. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E back to A. That is stage 1. I mean step 1. So step 2 is what? Boundaries. So boundaries are, what are the boundary lines? DD is one boundary, that is longer edge, a base edge, again another base edge, another base edge and another base edge. Okay. Now the next step is the longer edges nearer to the observer. Which are the longer edges? You can see, I can see AA as well as EE because they are closer to the observer. So which are those two lines? That is this particular longer edge and this particular longer edge. So step 3 is what is the step 4? Look for the other base. So which is the other base? A1, B1, C1. So obviously A1, B1, C1. So what about B1, C1? Already we have a solid line. So this has to be a dotted line. Similarly, already we have a solid line. So this has to be dotted line. Okay. Finally, the remaining is this particular longer edge. As you can see, this is farthest to the observer. That's the reason this line has to be this solid. So now we can just see this figure and that figure. Okay. So what are the difference? You can see in this particular figure, this longer edge CC was close to him, whereas this particular rectangular face, that is AAEE, that was a rectangular face which was farthest. That is the reason here it was AAEE. This particular rectangle is farthest, whereas this particular longer edge is seen. But see this figure. In this particular figure, this rectangular face I can see first. That is the reason this is darker. Here that is dotted, whereas this particular longer edge which is passing to this corner is the farthest. That's the reason this is dotted. So now we can just see the difference between this figure and this figure. Now the third stage is similar to whatever the condition we have given. Is it okay? But anyway, this is corresponds to second stage when I have the corner resting on HP. Thank you.